So Colleen, how has your first badminton gone?
It's gone really well. You know, it wasn't picture perfect, but he's such a good, honest horse that if I get him anywhere near the flags, I know he's going to jump them. So I'm just so thrilled to come in through those flags and through the finish flags with a clean.
And
so,
did it ride as you expected it to ride? As it walked?
The second half of it, yes, it rode very similar to the way that we walked it. In the first half, you add in a really fresh redhead who is going to decide to be super bold about stuff, then it always gets a little interesting. So.
And you finished with plenty of running, do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's he came through the finish flags and was ready to go back out again. So that just, that makes me super happy.
And any hairy moments?
Oh, lots of hairy moments.
It's badminton.
Luckily I had Velcro and super glue for breakfast this morning. So, I stick to the saddle and he finds the ground again. So, it's a couple of times a little bit overly bold, and, he's such a clever caddy horse that, he gets us around.
Right.
So
whereabouts in particular?
It was at the Huntsman's Close. He was really bold coming in and almost Oxford the bounce. Luckily didn't, but then the one stride became almost a bounce, but then he didn't. So, it was definitely a roller coaster ride in there.
All right, great. And how did you think it?
The only thing I was worried about with this horse, Dominic, is overjumping, because he's so capable, he's so confident, he's so fresh, and especially early in the course, I thought if he has trouble, it won't be because he doesn't want to jump it, it will be because he's too extravagant. And he was, and he survived, and it reminded him that he was at badminton, and then I think he stabilized after that and was wonderful.
And have you watched many of the others go around?
I watch nothing. I don't like to fill my head with pictures of anything other than what I want to do. So, now that I'm off, I get to go watch. But I tend to retreat into a hole before I ride and rely on everybody else to tell me where the issues are. So.
Did you watch many?
I have. I've seen quite a few of the rounds on television today.
And what was your overall impression?
Class riding, very, very fancy horses, and the benefits of good weather and being on top of the ground, because the footing here for badminton is quite unusual.
And do you think it's ridden the way that it's walked?
It has been ridden the way I walked it if everything worked.
Right.
But as usual with the 4-star, if things didn't go exactly according to plan, you came unstuck, right now.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to make a save here in badminton.
Great. Well, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.